The sudden and unexpected COVID-19 pandemic has forced employees across the world to work and operate remotely. This has dramatically increased the number of home office devices being connected to the internet and used for work. This sudden increased digital footprint has only made it easier for remote hackers to attempt digital fraud to take the most advantage of the unexpected uneasy situation for everyone. This means greater challenges for the classic security operation teams owning the security of their enterprises to actively collaborate remotely with other stakeholders to quickly respond to the security incidents and remediate. Let's see how Cortex XSOAR can help security operations and threat intel teams to actively respond to COVID-19 threats. Let's go over three most common scenarios where Cortex XSOAR can help you respond at machine speed and at scale. Here is a phishing email appearing to be from the CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention. And it says that the CDC is closely monitoring the outbreak of 2019 novel coronavirus in Wuhan city and has established an incident management system towards public health response. The email contains two links and asks the recipients to click the link immediately to go through the documents to keep updated with the latest information. The alert recipient forwards this email to the abuse mailbox. XOR has automatically ingested the email and has created an incident within the platform. The incident can be marked as favorite and can be easily tracked under the favorite section. Upon clicking of the incident, the associated playbook automatically executes and performs all the tasks until the analyst review. Let's now go ahead and take a look at each of the tasks that were completed. The first task has automatically rasterized the email body and has made available the links along with the body for ready viewing by the security analyst. The security analyst can go ahead and mark this task as an evidence by providing a short description and adding tags such as phishing COVID-19 for easy tracking. The analyst can also go ahead and mark it as a note for reference purpose. The playbook has performed several checks automatically, such as it has checked whether the email contains URLs, attachments. It has also checked the URL reputation, and in this case, the URL reputation has come out as bad. The playbook checks whether any malicious URLs were found, and if so, the playbook automatically sets the incident severity to high, helping the security analyst to prioritize this particular incident. The playbook has also used Palo Alto Network's wildfire and autofocus integrations to capture all the wildfire verdict as well as autofocus samples, sessions, and tags and made it readily available for the analyst review. Once the analyst gathers all the information, they provide their approval and marks this particular task as completed. Upon completion of this task and approval of the analyst, the playbook automatically resumes generating investigation summary report and automatically emailing the report to all the stakeholders. The email by default is a PDF report containing all the valid information as well as context on the artifacts readily available for all the stakeholder viewing. The Wardroom section generates a list of all the artifacts and provides a consolidated repository along with the timeline information. Each of the artifacts can be marked as evidence or a note from this Wardroom section. The Wardroom section also provides the output of all the playbook tasks, all the ChatOps activity, as well as the ad hoc commands that were executed from the built-in command line interface. You can use the Wardroom's filter functionality and filter by tags or by action. The incident information page provides rich information on the case. It provides the case details such as type, severity, owner, source brand, timeline information, investigation data, work plan, notes, evidence, as well as indicator. You can click on each of the indicator to rich information on the full-blown indicator repository. Each of the indicator has its own unique indicator page where you can actually view all the related information, source information, reputation, active status of it, timeline information, and so on and so forth. On the summary page, you can actually view all the information around the source along with the indicator information. And you can also go back to the full-blown indicator page to view the indicator timeline information, indicator reputation, community score, extended details, and so on and so forth. The summary page also provides rich information on the case details, labels, the timeline information, source details, as well as allows you to run scripts right from the summary page itself. Running a script will provide the output on the Wardroom section. So as you see here, the autofocus URL reputation has actually been captured on the Wardroom. If there are any errors, you can also view the error information from the Wardroom section itself. Clicking on each of these indicator, in this case the URL, will actually let you know the reputation sources as well as any known history. You can again go back to the full view page and go ahead and take a look at the information around the indicator. You can also go ahead and add comment on each of this indicator, which becomes a good reference for other team members or for yourself. The evidence board section provides the list of all artifacts that were marked as evidence. This can act as a good reference during the retrospective analysis. The related incidents page provides a list of all the incidents that are related to the incident under investigation. You can adjust the date range, incident types, incident status to view only select few related incidents. You can mark as linked or as duplicate from this page. The Canvas section provides a good visual correlation between incidents and the related indicators. You can click on the Auto Populate button to automatically correlate the different indicators to the incident under investigation. You can also click on the Send Snapshot to the Wardroom button to send a snapshot of this visual correlation to the Wardroom for reference purposes. You can also save and export the image. Cortex XSOAR Threat Intel Management comes with built-in out-of-the-box threat intel feeds. These feeds include open source feeds, paid feeds, and support multiple different types of feeds such as stick, syntaxy, CSV feed, plain text feed, JSON feed, so on and so forth. Cortex XSOAR Threat Intel feed also includes access to Palo Alto Network's high reliability autofocus. One of the common use cases emerging out of the COVID-19 pandemic situation is that the threat intel teams might be required to access open source feeds. Let's go ahead and see how it can be easily configured in Cortex XSOAR. Cortex XSOAR supports built-in out-of-the-box CSV feed, and it's very easy to configure COVID-19 threat intel indicators coming in from an open source feed. All one needs to do is to add the CSV feed instance. You can name the feed accordingly, perform selections such as fetch indicators, provide an indicator reputation, source reliability, choose when the indicator expires. You can provide the feed fetch interval and perform other option selections. Indicator type as file, provide the URL to the open source feed, request timeout, and delimiter and code character. And go ahead and test the feed for success. Similarly, you may have access to some of the paid feeds, such as recorded future risk list feed. So here what we have done is we have configured the risk list feed from a recorded future, and the risk rule name is recent COVID lure. So this is the threat intel indicators shared by recorded future feed coming into Cortex XSOAR. So you can actually test this integration itself, and that's it. So as you see, you have pulled 4154 indicators as of today. Once the integration instances are configured, all the threat indicators will populate inside the indicator repository as shown here. So here we see the list of all COVID-19 related threat indicators coming in from recorded future feed instance 1. You can also go ahead and configure a common search criteria to collect from all the different open source or paid sources and call it as COVID-19 threat feed as shown here. So here we see all the indicators coming in from the CSV feed as well as recorded future shown over here in the same common repository. You can also go ahead and click on each of this indicator to view the indicator information in a full-blown indicator page, which is unique to each individual indicator. So the indicator page provides rich context around the indicator reputation, its active or expired status, related incidents, reputation, timeline information. There is a provision to add comments, sources, and so on and so forth. Once you have the COVID-19 related threat indicator feed configured, you can use Cortex XSOAR built-in out-of-the-box threat intel management playbooks to run over the real-time threat intel feeds coming into Cortex XSOAR. Cortex XSOAR also provides provision to configure job as well as playbook that runs on threat intel indicators. These playbooks range from configuring the indicators directly to an SIEM block list all the way to adding bad IPs, hashes, URLs into different enforcement points, as well as share your process indicators with an external third party over an HTTP or HTTPS server. Threat intel teams can also use Cortex XSOAR's automation browser to look up one of the many utility commands such as the match regex that extracts regex data from given text and supports groups as well as looping as well to construct their own playbooks. For instance, in this case, we are constructing a playbook called COVID regex match by using one of the regular expressions to match COVID-19 or coronavirus. So when you have a threat intel indicator coming into Cortex XSOAR in the form of a manual incident or a feed, you can use this regular expression match to test whether there were any matches found based on the regular expression. And if there were any match found, you can take one of the many actions. For instance, in this case, I'm adding a COVID-19 tag to the particular indicator if there is a match found. So in this case, there's coronavirus found, so I'm actually adding a tag, and that actually shows up in the full-blown indicator page that is unique to this particular indicator, coronavirusco.com. And if you see here, there is a tag added to this. And based on the tag, you can draw several different inferences, do a retrospective analysis, or take further actions. Thanks for watching.